so we're here today to talk about the benefits of assistance work. Something which we include in a lot of our workouts or training across any given week. And I kind of wanted to just talk about it in a little bit more detail. I heard someone describe assistance work recently as boring. It's not sexy. Not someone in here, just in general, talking about things like supplementary work to the workouts you already do. And the reason they described it as boring was that they said that it actually requires people to engage their brain a little bit. Often when people come in and train, when workouts are really hard, their brain just switches off, so it means they don't have to think about things that are going on in their outside life and, you know, whatever their days, you know, how their day's been. And assistance work is different in the sense that your brain is required to actually be switched on, and you've got to think about what you're doing, which is why people sometimes think it's boring, because they've got to do that as part of their training. But we're going to hopefully explain a little bit more now about the benefits to doing it and why people should enjoy it. So we're just going to start from the top. Really, it helps build up weak areas of your body. We've all got a stronger side, a weaker side. And whether that's upper body or lower body, probably both for the majority of people. But it allows us to address those areas outside of our more intense workouts to kind of even out imbalances essentially, and make sure our weaker sides are getting stronger and up to more the level of our stronger side. It helps strengthen ligaments, tendons and joints, so long term for people. We want to try and be training for as long as we can through our lives. It's going to help strengthen those parts of your body up, which essentially are going to allow you to keep doing all your more intense CrossFit workouts long term. If we're not strong in those areas of our body, eventually they're going to break down. So assistance work is great for allowing us to target those areas in a less intense environment, to make sure that when we go back to our intense environments, we can withstand the training and the work that and the stress we place on our body. So we're going to kind of talk about how you might see it. And generally, we usually fit it in at the end of our training day, or the training session. A lot of the times, we'll use things like dumbbells, kettlebells. We'll use static holds of some sort. We'll use strongman equipment or odd objects to use and do our supplementary work with. It's probably done with less traditional items such as barbells, or you can do it with those pieces of equipment. A lot of it is, like I mentioned earlier, single arm, single leg work, whether it's upper body or lower body. And generally we'll slot it in at the end of workouts. Now, we know a lot of the time, come the end of the session, people are tired, but we like to stress it's as important as the main part of the day. So we like to try and see people finish off their session instead of skipping out the door and trying to get on with things, to try and include it and make time for it, because the benefits will be huge from including that for yourself. And this kind of, we covered this already, where might you fit it in? You might fit it in at the end of your session. You might fit a little bit in on less intense recovery days, supplementary exercises. Kettlebell work is great for that. Dumbbell work, obviously, we mentioned already. But generally, we like to fit it in throughout the week, at least 2 or 3 times. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an explanation about why we've been doing a lot of it lately. People have asked questions, and now we're trying to answer them for you, so that you can see why this is important to try and take care of on a weekly basis for your training.